Hey babes, it's Lily and welcome to my corner of the internet. So it's raining outside, it's a gloomy day. I have this little salt lamp, I have a little candle burning, I have some hot tea steaming and boiling. So obviously this video is going to be about books. Because what better time to read a book than when you're cozy up on a couch and it's raining outside and you have your tea? Honey, this is going to be a great video. So go grab you some tea and sit down on your couch and join me. So I have my stack of books. These are not all the books I'm going to talk about, but they're just the ones I have in hard copy. Also, little disclaimer, I'm young, so I haven't read every book out there, so don't clock me if I don't include your favorite book. These are just books that I've read that really impacted my life, and I think it's because I read them at a certain age in life. Have you ever read a book and then it didn't really make sense, and then you reread it and it like totally hit you and you're like, wow, that actually makes sense now? I feel like I read all these books at the right time in my life, so they really impacted me. So let's begin. The first one is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, if I'm saying that right. Let's hope so. Anyways, the back says, to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. This is a classic coming-of-age story. It's about a little boy named Santiago. I don't think it's little, actually. I think it's like 18. We'll see, he's 18. But I'll just read you the little flap. Paulo Coelho's enchanting novel has inspired a devoted following around the world. The story, dazzling in its powerful simplicity and soul-stirring wisdom, is about an Andalusian shepherd boy named Santiago who travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of treasure buried near the pyramids. Buried. Along the way, he meets a gypsy woman, a man who calls himself king, and an alchemist, all of whom point Santiago in the direction of his quest. No one knows what the treasure is, or if Santiago will be able to surmount the obstacles in his path. But what starts out as a journey to find worldly goods turns into a discovery of the treasure found within. Lush, evocative, and deeply humane, the story of Santiago is an eternal testament to the transforming power of our dreams and the importance of listening to our hearts. So, yeah, that's literally the book. It's just about this shepherd boy. He's traveling all around, doing his thing, and it's just really good. And at the end you're just like, oh my gosh, it's literally a plot twist, and it really makes you think. This is a cute little cover. This is the 25th anniversary edition. I like it. My mom got it for me. Thanks, Mom. So I read this at my coming of age period in my life, so I feel like that's why I really connected to this, but I think anyone of all ages could definitely read this book and really enjoy it. The next book is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I watched an entire Netflix documentary on him and it was just so crazy. He has such an interesting life. I totally recommend it. It was like 3 hours long, but it was really, really good. Anyways, this is another classic coming of age story. It's about Holden Caulfield. I was like mixing up my words there, but I love him. He's literally me. I feel like I'm literally him, and I feel like a lot of people really feel that way when they read this book. They just really relate to the main character, and he kind of is just overall a fun guy. I like him. I would totally be him in this book. And the funny part is my cousin was reading it for school at the same time I was reading it, and I just feel like we're always on the same page in life, so it was funny, like we were literally on the same page in life and same book, everything. But I just love this book, and literally it's a banned book for a reason, because it just was so above its time. And above its time, is that the saying? Ahead of its time. I don't know. I just love this one. I'm sure everyone's probably already had to read it for school. I didn't have to read it for school, but I read it anyways just because it's so good. It's definitely one of my favorites. I suggest it. And it's just one of my favorites. The third book I'm going to suggest to you guys / just my favorite overall pick is Into the Wild by Jon Krakauer. I read this for school and I literally felt so connected to this boy, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I watched the movie too and just, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's about Chris McCandless. He grew up in like northern Virginia, and he just wanted to travel the world. He did, and he traveled the world. I mean, he traveled America, and he went on like a road trip and met all these cool people. And the guy that wrote it, I just can't believe sometimes like the people that write books about someone else, like how invested they were in that other person's life. Like, that's crazy to me. He went and interviewed all these people that were in this person's life, and it was just so good. You guys have to read it. The next book I also don't have with me, but it is The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I also read this for school. I know, like, I'm acting like I read all these books, but they're all from school. No, I actually have read a lot of books, but the ones that I read in school actually really stuck with me, and now I know why they make you read them, because they are so good. Anyways, it's Lord of the Flies is kind of like a good versus evil book, and it's just so good. I don't want to spoil it. If you haven't read it, just read it. It's really, really good. It's a little bit dark in some ways, but there's a lot of like hidden concepts and things in it. I sound so stupid, but I remember I like got 100% on all my tests when we were like taking tests on that book, and no one else was, because I don't know, I just really got that book and I liked it a lot, so I suggest that one. Next book I have here is The Secret. If you haven't read this, come on, what are you doing? Literally, The Secret. Get it, read it, learn it, love it, live it. Ask, believe, receive, honey. I don't even think I need to explain anything else. It's by Rhonda, Byrne, I don't know. And it has a bunch of other little people's quotes in it. It's a good one. Suggest. I saved the best for last, for the very last book. It is the Holy Bible. Honey, you really thought I wouldn't put this in there? And before you exit out, I just want to say God is real, and the Holy Spirit works in mysterious ways, and I'm here right now telling you to read this book. So honestly, it's just a sign from above that you should join the club, become a Christian, save yourself, save your soul, see you in heaven. So those are all the books I have for you guys, and they are, like I said, books that really affected me and changed me as a person, made me grow. Yeah. So comment below your favorite books or books you suggest for me to read. I love reading all kinds of books. Some of my favorite books are just about people's lives. I also love like reading about like just random people. I didn't suggest those because I didn't feel like they're like must reads, but they're fun to read. I like any book. I don't know, just suggest down below what books you like. I'd love to read them. Also comment below what you're gonna do after you watch this video. I think I'm gonna go watch Gilmore Girls and book a flight somewhere sunny because I'm tired of this rain. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys, bye.